Mistakes have been made.
Oh, well, the viewer's mind. That's the question.
But that's kind of par for the course at this point.
Oh my gosh, the wind is just nuts today. Woo!
We are battling the weather in an attempt to keep making progress while deep in winter.
My mouth is so cold,
It's hard to talk, it's so cold.
And nothing warms our hearts more than a little friendly husband and wife battle.
Do you think I forgot about what you did today? Revenge is no revenge.
By the end of this week, our latest farm project will have come to an end and things will be different around here.
Life just got a little bit easier.
It did. Ready for this, babe? Take a star of the Christmas tree. That's why I'm doing the honors here. If I fall, you're taking over the boat again. I'll be out for a few weeks. If I do fall, it's your fault because you're not holding the ladder properly.
I am holding your ladder properly.
Okay, let's see. Uh-oh.
Watch out. Woo! Looking good today, Josh.
It's
Wait,
very...
do you want me to stand on it?
Put one leg on there, or one foot in there, but hold it tight, okay? If it slips, I slip, and we all go down. If I go down, you go up. That's it. So easy.
Woo!
It's so easy.
Josh! Is that how we're rolling today? So Josh and I obviously are not on good terms today. Things are not cool.
They're fun though, you know?
But you know what? When your husband acts like a child, you push through and you get the job done anyways.
Yes. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. He's not. So we have all 8 of the posts in place. This is going to be the beginning of like a tabletop sort of thing for multiple feed bins with varying types of feed to sit on top of. Now the thing is, that hole right there drifted on us a little bit. And because of that, we're gonna have to give ourselves a little bit of grace on this. Like, it's gonna be in 2 different sections. So we have 4 over here, that's one section, and 4 right there, that's another section. And it's gonna be a little bit like...
Yes. So we'll square up each section, so it'll be nice and square with the boards on top.
Yeah.
And this other section will be square also, but just not. It's gonna be kind of like this, maybe like that a little bit. So a little bit off.
It's not gonna be perfect, but like I don't think the animals are gonna mind.
They won't mind, but will the viewers mind? That's the question.
Be nice. Be nice.
A couple inches, not bad. I think once we put the bins on top, you shouldn't notice.
You're not gonna notice, but I'm gonna notice.
I'm gonna notice. That's fact.
I'm not gonna notice. I can't tell if anything's straight ever.
Tell me when to stop. Just guide back. I can't bust it. That didn't go according to plan. It's a little bit wet because of snow, so we gotta get this thing done today before they harden up.
No shovel full of concrete.
Dry concrete. The bag broke. I couldn't help myself. I had to.
Josh can be a really tough man to shop for. I mean, after all, he has everything. A mobile tool trailer, 3 amazing kids, a doting wife.
I don't feel distinguished enough.
That's why when Established Titles, the sponsor of today's video, reached out to me, I knew I had the perfect gift.
What you got? Lord Josh? It's no longer Dad, it's now Lord Josh. Hayden! Hayden! Refer to me as Lord Josh!
Established Titles is a project based on historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, or lords and ladies in plain English. In a nutshell, it turns out you can buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land and 1, officially be considered a lord or lady, 2, be a landowner in Scotland. Super cool. And best of all, in return, they commit to planting a tree with every order and help preserve the beautiful woodlands of Scotland. It's a fun way to support conservation efforts. Don't you think, Josh?
That's Lord Josh to you, and my official certificate shows my plot number. So, I can see the exact location of my land. Plus, technically I can change my name to Lord Josh my next plane ticket.
You could thank me later.
Thank you.
This is a fun and personalized gift for Valentine's Day that can make your loved ones smile, all while supporting a good cause. Make your loved ones a lord or lady of Scotland with Established Titles. They're running a Valentine's Day sale and offering our viewers a special offer. Use code WildWonderfulOffGrid to get 10% off any purchase. Go to establishedtitles.com/WildWonderfulOffGrid to get your gift now.
Let's get back to the build.
You are my favorite place to go. You're at the end of my favorite road. Above the rest, you're the best.
Hey, go big pig.
I know. You are my favorite shade of rose. A flower bed on my favorite stones. I love the ground where your roots have grown. You're my favorite place.
It's fun.
Are you gonna eat pasta for dinner?
Yes, it sounds yummy.
It does sound yummy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels so good to be inside.
I'm writing a letter to Grammy.
You're writing a letter to Grammy?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, look at that. She's gonna love it. This is where the night ends for us.
I can't wait.
Me either.
It's gonna be so delicious.
I know.
Yes, babe. This is yours. Oh. So it's about ready?
We're getting there.
How beautiful I think you look in your coveralls, your hair up, with the light on your head, knowing you better go outside the cold weather to feed that cow real quick.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
It's a calf.
It's a calf. She's a farmer, not me. I'll wash the cookies, make sure we don't burn anything. And I love you. You look great too, by the way.
Such a sacrifice. Such a
I know.
sacrifice. Yeah.
Beautiful. Look at that.
Look, I gotta be able to see in the dark and I gotta stay warm, okay? Sacrifices are being made on both parts.
True.
Oh my
is just nuts today. Woo!
You glasses, put the goggles.
Before we get started this morning, Josh is going to clean the snow off of the solar panels. We've been having some people ask whether or not we want to install a heating element on the back side of the solar panels so that the snow just essentially melts itself without us putting any effort into it. And the answer is no, we're not going to do that. The reason is because throughout the entire season, we probably spend a total of 2 hours out here cleaning the snow off. So we just decided it's really not worth our time and effort or the expense to install a system on the backside of the solar panels. We're already spending so little time. We'll keep doing it manually. It's really not that big of a deal.
I love you like the summer loves the sun. My dear, I love you like the winter loves the dropping snow. My dear, I love you like the morning loves to come. My dear, I love you like the river.
So it's gonna be an interesting day today. We have very high winds and it's not going to get out of the teens. So it's not exactly the most enjoyable working conditions. However, we're very close to being done with this project entirely.
Yeah.
And we want to finish it and not have to come back to it. And that means building the rest of this tabletop and also getting the feed bins with the grain gates installed on them and put in place. And then it's just all wrapped up. So
Yeah.
we're going to see what we can do.
We got a few hours of work left to do, and we'll get her done.
Then we'll go inside and warm up.
Yeah. We got all the posts marked. The reason why we're cutting the second time versus cutting the exact right height the first time is because there's so many deviations with getting the proper height just with the tape measure in the hole with the laser. It just wouldn't work out right. Because if I was a ½ inch short on a post I'd cut to be exact, I'd be short on posts. So we got everything put in, solidified, they're plumb. I went through and marked them all to the exact height with the laser, and now I'm gonna go ahead and cut them. They're all gonna be the exact same height across. We're gonna be placing brackets on top of the posts, and the beam's gonna sit between those two brackets, and that's gonna form the tabletop.
I'm gonna go ahead and start getting all of the beams and brackets placed, and Josh is gonna chase behind me with the screw gun so that we can try and knock this out as quickly as possible.
Erin dropped the bracket so she has to get down her belly.
Josh dropped a bracket.
You get it? It's way down there, girl.
How deep are these holes?
That's probably almost 40 inches, probably. A little deep. Just short, stubby arms, guys.
I've saved the day.
Good job.
You're welcome. Do you guys remember yesterday? Josh! Because I remember yesterday.
You're done.
Did you think I forgot about what you did today? Revenge has never been so
It's my
Now we're even.
You don't like cold things on my back
I know that.
at all.
You know what I don't like? Snow in my face. Okay, but you apparently thought it was pretty funny.
At least I apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'll get you back. You guys see the post behind me? This one and that guy right there. They're both a wee bit wobbly. We ran out of concrete. So we have this stuff right here. It's a little bit of foam. It's a deck post anchor. It's basically foam that holds the post in place, and it's, I guess, as good as concrete. But these bags need to be room temperature, so we're gonna take this back up to the house, and while we're working on the feed bends, we'll let these guys warm up real quick. All right, cool.
So these are all IBC totes. We got these used, but as a side note, in case you are considering doing something similar, you do want to be sure that you are positive about what the previous contents of these containers were, just to ensure that it's not harmful to you or to any of your animals. These ones were previously full of apple concentrate, so we're good to go with these. The plan is that we're going to cut into these and install some grain gates on the front of them. And as I mentioned in, I think, our previous video, we're not worried about condensation with these containers. Condensation can be an issue with feed molding and when you're storing feed. However, we go through feed fast enough that it's not an issue for us. So we're constantly rotating what we go through, and we have set amounts of how we're gonna fill these up per each group of animal. We have 3 right now. We do plan on getting a 4th, but we don't need it right now. I mean, we're actually only gonna install 2 grain gates for right now because we're just gonna be tackling the layers and hog feed, correct? And then our other big bulk feed is going to be meat chicken feed, but our meat chickens are in the freezer now, so we're not feeding any meat chickens.
Next year.
Yes, next year we'll start tackling that.
I'm gonna pretty much just hold it in place, drill the holes, and cut a hole for the opening. So you guys can see the feed bins are actually sitting on pallets, and that's gonna work great for us with the tractor and be able to pick it up and put it in the trailer and go and haul it off and get this entire thing filled with feed. But before we put the feed in there, I need to get some like 2x and put lag bolts for the 2x going across, put lag bolts here, and right here, just to get it some more oomph to hold this thing in place, because right now it's actually sitting on some 1x. Once we get 2,000 pounds of feed and just all the pressure just on the 1x with no blocking above it, could be an issue. So we're gonna put those 2x there. And lastly, we're gonna work on a system, maybe wrap the legs with some flashing, so I guess to help against rodents crawling up. Like this. That'll work for feed.
It's gonna be so much better than trying to run 50-pound bags to metal trash cans and 55
Oh yeah.
gallon barrels.
Yeah.
Life just got a little bit easier.
It did. A lot easier actually.